Yaba nyina ma che mama kwa babiem emfa emra bedwam tumedie so on Adom TV live on DSTV channel 280, Go TV channel 119, Multi TV dey give us on the social live, and so ne nyina say go podcast. Okwa share kama pa de bia program bia beko benya ho no matimi asa tie ne bia ene de enso honom ene so komo kase hoya yeba ababedie sema culture say from now till December 2024 there eyen komo a ebe kire oman dache eyen komo a ebe pevi we dia ma ese ye koye nimu ye fa benkum ana ye fa nifa. And then so yeah, to us within the accuracy in Siafana Secretary come Spanish garlic mixture and capsules. Miss Roda, a boy ye pam, Serbia, moi, monya diabetes, Momo Jonsoa, Emma Papa, a bebwa clever beer, and the more my can see Amana bro, so cholesterol you bad. O conductor for catches, there be a cholesterol number and your crumbs so here, Spanish garlic mixture and capsules. Ubet me at mixture, ubet me at capsule, Nina ye eduma, Bako Pesason and Pacho, arthritis, or hypertension. Mechire mo jamro so bi mu amoda mo twan krom mesro da wo hia du papa na abo atimi ayi nyina de afro hese wakosire obi dan e wa kontuom na ada ne pakro edan ya china wo hwan krom wo hwen next time wo mfi obi wo hia Spanish garlic mixture and capsules so ene mambu mesara se wo hu amane a mesro hia edu ebi na atimi abo ye pam so ya Spanish jingo capsules eno so eboa emma moja edi efurusane ye enkanka wo ya adwemu nipa bebre moja ntimi ne efurusane wo madwemu tutu ebe wo se adwene ye adwumadu ba bia na astope cause moja na eflow no enflow ye onya jinko capsules abetimi abo ye pa saa so na pato akore bo otimi se na dinim no enye so wabon wo take a long time ansa na otimi acapture ne ma ye kire no onya Spanish jingo capsules eno so ebeboa ye pa ye na ye mpese ebenyini no ye de anie for anti-aging Ghana baby ato do bia kwa ansa ka bi atofo ni ekire Hallows Herba ewo Okanshi D-Lane Tenated Herba Repad Herba Widama Herba ewo Ashaman Equity Pharmacy House of Drugs Jukat Pharmacy ewo Kaswa Dependable Herba ewo Medina Nolinko Herba ewo Hohoi in the Volta region Abesam Pharmacy ewo Ho or Volta region Sasuna Bia ton edrobia no kwa sebeke bi atotofo enfrem 0266 114111 0266 114111 sanso ena make up for the amount say ena bia ye kwa koto ne ba papa eye Franco Trading Enterprise obakache onyedu omo nchen kwa de a ena mababa bi oso sa eka bibia no sebetimi aka bi ato say ye free say ye air condition say ye CCTV camera say ye phone Samsung iPhone Nokia for any ekire Franco Trading Enterprise from no entry and come kingdom e ban so ne nso edu abu amasere be ya ahone betimi aba ne padwanim o ma ba bi ato edu bi akwa ansa be ka kingdom enu pa bi enso ato Dennis Miracles Abuaje Director of Communications the ma Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Baumia campaign for 2024 Miracles atenase Brother Kodie
oya ojoso na ohoye
na patro so e
eso pressure o tan we bende se ja wo ni tua du campaign period say there some no doso
e form to say
adwo form
a form adwo
a form picture because you see you caught into a very crucial election at a time when Ghana for bebre na Edia dance say yes we never bebre in the past and we want to make sure say mistakes are here in the past.
Okay.
Yes, and we repeat it. Until a lot of the Ghanaian voters they call around that they when they say omo atomo boss no more analyze the situation.
Okay.
Say me kotoba e kedini obedi menim. If 2025 ekwa 2028.
Yeah.
Den na me hwe anim se penine be yama me den na me hwe ewo penine mu and critically obehu se Ghana for bebre e ka se omo pepeni a omo betumi enya gidi woni mu
okay
se odi ose ebe yo say obedi no kre
okay
na ne kankan kra no ese pani no tumi pani a owotema ene odosronko ma oman Ghana ene oman Ghana dache. Okay. These are the critical things the people are discussing. Say, mpendo do saying, and I be to an amo akwe anim mienu. Na yebe ma ye ho kwane asan ye chi yensa. And it's clear say between Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Omampeni Dada John Dramani Mahama no. Ghana phone she den je Omampeni John Dramani Mahama mun jini ndisa.
Oh yes sure.
Oh say evidence of her. So the problem for the former president, they say, ya carry with that. You have never be carry. Ya carry with that. Now you're president, so now or your vice president.
Okay.
Obe kaya 2016 ayi abatono, ayi debate. O kache and say, o saying, ono dear, or your spare driver. You remember?
Okay.
Na nkebe to me a yema no driving seat no. Na on be main driver. No so ndi obetumi aye no. On fa be boy. No kre 2016 ye de bi a 2012 ye bi a but Ghana for the man. And one of the reasons why I Ghana for the or man share inside at that time no was simply to make a point say ye mo no so kwan na ne de kakra obetumi aye no
okay
onye ne yehwe o man ye chekere ye nkan say niema esese nyina ebetumi aye ne da kopa na preko na mum ade bako a yenim ne say wode wani so ade hu ne ba na yetie na to asuma ebe ma kwan na so wa be de obetumi aye. Unfortunately for the former president, between 2013
okay
ekopem 2016 oman yi ode ye kwhya amena donko and ethode bia o ka na wanya mran chechemu a obi tie nche on tiase hwe awezi ahokyere de beba or how de betumi aba because me no ka say even first world countries to say America and UK crown
okay
almost struggle. UK in 2022 back here within 6 months no master prime ministers be 2 or 3.
Yeah.
You remember? US omo debate about 3-4 days ago yeah. The cardinal point what we debate is that prices of goods and services in America have gone up. Inflation cost economy ni and you heard the president of the United States say the key thing that cause more problems is COVID and Russia Ukraine. And you can't fault him. One expected of best sorry that could be in 2020. No we be COVID. One expected of best sorry that could be all recover from COVID and no we share Russia Ukraine. So what they are doing is not to run away from the issues, but confront the challenges and then get themselves out of it. Inti oha de beba. But BBC I know na magana fo nyina gidi omwo ene da so omwo former president no omoye film and I remind you. Okay, so 2013 we went through economic challenges.
Yeah.
And that was domestic economic challenges because there was no global crisis at the time. When we had those economic challenges, what happened was that Omaino broke out to the point to say sika cry the bekokoto fuel gas any fuel a power generators na Ghana for to media ye adwuma no monye sika shom bottom no sa sika no kwani yenya.
Okay.
That was when we went through 3 difficult years out of 4 years of energy crisis under the former president. And do you know what they did? The omuye say almost no ma fa phone no ma frɛ America, no ma frɛ Singapore, no ma frɛ Norway. Hello. Yeah, Ghana. You say more generators and more generating power. Yenya energy crisis. Yes, mo de mo fa mo generator nembra. Mo me fa mesi wona mo fa nye create mo fa generating power. Power na say mo generate a ye use wo, ye betua ka. Ade no so mo de ba no ye ni scared betua mo ka. Nti mo fa mfam ye. Nti omo fam generators bebre on credit free.
Because there was a challenge.
But the challenge was not necessarily generation problem.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, and until they drew baby no. Not the number of generators a war and the capacity a one. A bro energy dodoa ye hiano so. Inti omu generating power no crowd into me use. The problem was that nipan the generator naba obeshihye we went to ya hwe into one boka. Nemum esese water fuel. Now the good generator nim na a generating power ma. Or the be free ni dey went to ya kan to dey be si na we dey aba na we dey aba na we dey aba omo de ban so no mo kate omo deals fa ho. Inti ende omo de basa
say who evidence say no more kate.
We fi say nya issue bi ba attorney general ko di e chirikura wo UK. Near there we'll come into that. Emom be park generators be bree some the create generating power. But ye nye scared beto fuel. Inti in this country we had capacity, excess capacity, and yet we're in an energy crisis.
That was here, man.
Oh, 2014, 2015, 2016.
But see, you started put up your plant together latter part of 2015, era 2016.
What's in together?
Yeah.
But one can say started by your plant, your plant in 2015, 2016. We started bringing
your packaging together. Like you connect your generators your crowd that time. I think the latter part of 2015, era 2016.
That is the point. So the point is that free we are not with the bar. We are not with the bar. So you go. No, that is not the. So how come you had the generators and yet we're in an energy crisis? And I want me here. I didn't know unya generators on system and you doom some. 2015 generators in the buy me boy. Yeah. And so you had doom some 2015, you had doom some 2016. How come?
2016 no can never.
Time. Bill phone line.
Yeah, but yeah, 2014.
A change.
Yeah.
But we're in an energy crisis. Hey, on my way moon. Edu baby no. Eh so you do mukanya Monday, Abeba Wednesday. And already. Because you've enjoyed power for 7 years under an MPP government, you've forgotten how difficult it was. Nancy, you been in energy crisis 10 weeks, you know.
Yeah.
Once I remind you, kakra, and the crowd was light of a call of 6 hours, 8 hours. But we used to sleep in darkness for 3 days and get power for 6 hours. Yet we had generators. It was simply because the economy was broke. Inti wunye sika mfan koto fuel mfan be power generator. Generator ne ban yedun. Eye free or the free wo. Wanje uska or the besi wona or the afemo. Inti utua ne kakra. Inti because economy ne broke inti even though we had so much generators as
okay.
We didn't have money to buy the fuel to power those generators.
Okay.
On my way, under the same president, John Mahama, Ghana near or teacher training college and nursing college. Because Oniska, maybe we a secondary school, equipment school, my boy ni bi kakra. But me call university. When my grandfather catch me, oh. We dey why you we dey call PTC ya beje wo PTC so dey okwa ye ntua hwe ye dey allowance be ko uwie ya no wenye wadwuma. I'm telling you, that is how traditionally we see teacher training colleges. And he was right because Charlie cash ni was ana ese utumi ko wurem na aban hwe wona kakra and so dey uwie ya fe na ko church application ya ji wadwuma. That is how much a lot of us saw teacher training colleges.
Okay.
Then all of a sudden, in your economic crisis. In your economic crisis now, one of the solutions on the brain is say, here for mana, omode allowance no share allowance no so the college. Edukonye bibiye, emo money sika form benya classroom tirano. Yes, ye allowance reference him. Wa jefi nese phone so nsem. Enye no pe. Ansa na obe wie school kra nya kwa college ni mu kra no. Secondary school na akwasi. Esese wo kɔ no. Nkola ni wie school a niema mienu na ya akwanside ema omo. Ba ko ne se nkola dodo ewie school eso mo ko school no omo doso ese school adan e wo ho. Enti nkola be 600,000 ewie BC. Ba school adan ne desk ne dormitory se won betumi age nkola be 400,000 pe.
Okay.
Instead of say on mine no be pe kwan bi so na nkola 200,000 na akono. Yes ye the cut off point bi aye den aba. Na the cut off point no eji nkola 200,000 na enye se wabon. And yes, one want to be in school simply because Aban didn't have enough infrastructure. Yeah, they cut you off. Second challenge. Almost so crowd admission as some school no. Emu be 100,000. Afibiano. Omo busu ya fone. Omo ma menu ma omo wofo nisika. Omo de behwe san kwala na omo eden. Omo ko school. because secondary education was very expensive. Omanpenida dankasa kawo parliament. So secondary education has become very expensive. The poor people's children remained at home under his presidency, 100,000 every year. He had no solution for these people. The kanka impone say, omo mo bo mo de omo wie colleges no nurse ni teacher colleges no mo wie school wie na me na naka chem say we de okoya wie na we nya adwuma no omo wie no 2014 2015 2016 ojo mo nyina gufie wan fa omo adwuma mu omo so omo ye lucky a ofo omo no ye fa wa obeye adwuma saa 1 year na ban tua wokaye onum se no pode nka ye normal nti aban betua no wetua de ye fa no back pay afa edu baby no ye man ni enkola ni enuanum ye adwuma 1 year esi etua ne ka aban say aban niska nti even though why adwuma 1 year no ye betua wo 3 months. These were the realities of the day. This is our reality. These are the real things. Okay, it's online. It's on my job online in Adom News. Dr. Fwo, I can say we should relook at their conditions of service.
Okay.
Omanpeni can say ono money negotiation biya. In fact, time when here for to say yes, allowance is the ultimate be high. Ye paucho wo de anya hwekra ye mpakwan bi so na nkola yi san enya allowance o say sa allowance ne nko na mo hwe na mo de ato abe ma me de anka mo ntuntia me na
sa allowance no ka say we nye inflow entirely but we replace no with a student loan transfer
allowance in loan ye pe
say
allowance in loan ye
the then argument ne say amanfo a omukọ university enso gi the same loan bi and the show omu school nyame yodem na ofrem na oba now so be adwuma no watwia and for them the teachers and the nurses they easy for them say we school like it's adwuma da wa be
easy oja 3 years go fie before no no likely ono na ban so there wasn't likely. Let's put the record straight. When he was in government 3 years no go fie so when likely
and that straight Jack said you
first no
it's not the argument here say so be adwuma ya dia then uji no easy so we are betimi aba
betimi mama ka say me
expand for unyam
mama ka say me dey senate loan call University of Ghana.
Okay.
And I'll tell you something. Me kwakwa apply for loan no. It took me 2 years. Me do level 200 second semester and so me to me anya qualify I just need to win the year because o kwaji loan na guarantors na wo hia no na me nya bi
na need guarantee
me nya bi. My mother had to go and beg people. You see, you can't solution for the poor. And my mom fa omo di omo ho omo take cabinet they mu decision. And for you need to take a decision that takes care of the poor holistically. It will be the loan, Matthias here.
Okay.
You now loan me dey access it. Loan now say me access no. What the guarantor system be about? Sa guarantor system no.
Okay.
Me to me qualify. How many poor people unim kukua?
Yeah.
Unim kukua. There are communities and na dan ko for the free senior high school and ama opportunity ama nipa me you to me akọ school. There are communities in Ghana like that. Abrante here and say we secondary school or others who baby your call others who praise primary your call abayama scholarship or what a friend is saying UK no.
Yeah.
Brunel University no. What say you call into what the name American or say we school no we all A's. And so enya dia ono betumi nye sika dia akola na eden akọ school akola si o se obekọ college o se onko fa guarantor no meji loan sa guarantor no okofa ne he so you see there will be a poor person that wants to go to the college and woman allowance anko de beko but also on meji loan with a guarantor only guarantor into be cut refie. That is not a solution for the poor. A way of so separating the poor from the rich and creating the platform for only the rich to be educated. Inti sa uba na unyo opportunity be your mampeni na u treat your mind say and the pay wo hofiti kwame nkroma bre so nko de uba say ni nyina free hwa. It will be very difficult say ubetumi asa back. Let me tell you something because I made my see on this point. I find it very disrespectful, very very insulting to the people of Ghana. When the former president stands in front of us and say, vote for me to be president again, I won't cancel this. Vote for me to be president again, I will not touch this. Vote for me. Very insulting. Who did not Ghana for him catch and say, oh, 2 billion cedis. I'm coming from Koye 3 senior high school. And then you come back to us and come and tell us,
free senior high school in its current form.
Yeah, no. Wankasa, please. He didn't say that. Don't put your credibility on the line. The video is there. I can challenge you to play the video. I can challenge you. He didn't add. He never added. No, he never added that. Don't put your credibility on the line for him. Or say, if he had 2 billion cedis, he would not put it into free senior high school. I'm telling you. In fact, the closest he has said is that Uncle Benny can acquire basic education as a wide day or senior high school. That's your choice. In fact, he actually did that when he was president. What he did when he was president is that Afibiano Oja Ankola over 100,000 slave in the name of progressive. Enti embra o say mama mi si dan nkakra akra bi si wi ansa mu nyina maba. Enti hwan ba na Uja no wofie no. Sa akola na Uja no wofie in the year 2013 no. Unim ne hyebre ne. So there's a big difference between him and us. We try to find a way for everybody to survive and everybody to thrive. He always finds a way to separate the poor and the needy from the rich. You know, create your opportunity among the few in the name of progressive. That is his choice. And that is why Ghanaians don't trust him. And that's why he's very disrespectful. Say, why are you kayaka de say? No, I see a babe catches. I dare not me ye mono. Oh, moto abama me be your mampeni. Me ye monoma boni bebre. Baniema boni na me ye munina. Montoma me ba me ye biem. Moto abama me be your mampeni. Me teachers allowance. Me ba me ntwem. Moto abama me be your mampeni. Me free senior high school no. Me se me ye no progressive. Afi de amaye me ba me mana wo ho. Moto abama me be your mampeni. Na afi bia wo ye adwuma wo wie college a ye gya mu nyina trafie. Ne ya fa kakra bi afi de me sramo me ye ne sa biem. Me be your mampeni. Wo ye adwuma na metua wo. Wa ye adwuma 1 year na metua 3 months ba me sramo. Moto abama me ba me ye ne 3 months biem. How do you think people will believe you?
Do you say I'm for you, Dr. Badwam?
Absolutely.
We are sure.
Absolutely.
It's a Dr.
Absolutely.
Vice President.
Absolutely. Because you see, Dr.
People are complaining about the Kufuor-led MPP government.
You see, we Kufuor. So about me, I don't know about Tamils. Me come hammer. I don't know about Tamils.
Because
me ba na mambo Tamils.
Is part of a Kufuor.
Now, see, again, you are making that you are jumping the conversation.
Okay.
Okay, what's okay Kufuor? Me ke what say me about Tamils? The difference is that Mahama has been president. It's depending on Kufuor. Mahama, I am one so compare to Baumia. Baumia is vice president. You depend on do wechi. You depend on Kufuor. You depend on Tamils. You depend on Kufuor. One say Okasaro Kaya say Kufuor. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, is he a president of this republic? Specific question. Answer it. Context. Is he president of the republic? For the Constitution of Ghana, don't we have specific responsibility and role of the President of the Republic and the Vice President and the ministers? Don't we have it?
So what basis name Fanto Abama Dr. Badwam?
Monto Abama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia because the mandate as Vice President the Constitution and then the specific responsibilities are abiding the share and he's executed it to perfection. You see, one of the things Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia sought to do was to try and build or bomode say obe build it mine fapem. Okay. For a very long time into me nyamre ye intembre bia ye ba ye twetwetweni onsa wodon wura wodoni a won ye hwe. So I just twetwetwa so sa na wo baby. What he has been doing is to focus on see two wura na se prekope. So wo man na so man no just barely 20% and omutumi yetumi capture mo in the tax net or mo contribute bibi to omani development e be den so betumi nya sika obehia de abo omano ho akwama. And so for a very long time this country we didn't know who was who. Yenim baby a hwan wo, yenim baby a obi te, yenim bedwum obi ye, yenim anope obi sorry ye, yenim se ntia se wonya tiare so wonya tia. We didn't know until we could not even as a country plan properly. In both expenditure and revenue terms, we couldn't plan. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said, so listen, we need to formalize the economy. Formalizing, but what we are doing is build a foundation once and for all. And that's what he focused on. Until he's made sure, say, for almost about 7 years, we're building a certain structure. I'm telling you, say, see, keep it at this pace, Ghana will never be the same again. Today, and I mean, no, say, when me are doing, say, so far, with national identification card in Ukraine. Okay. It me and me be
Ghana card.
Yes, they're friendly Ghana card, something that we never had. And then I can say now we need Ghana na.
Ghana card.
Na will be.
Oksana man for big or more
sir.
I think some 2011 or so.
I know yes sir. My main case me chiro.
Okay.
Ghana card president ko for na chance.
Yeah.
when we to me I'm printing mass Ghana card. 2011, 2012, yeah, okay, yes, sir. In fact, 2011, 2012 cards, no crime printing, you know, it was obsolete. It became obsolete because a system, I say, to make sure say a better comprehensive. Now that's data now. Did you ever see any government print even 2 million Ghana cards in this country before?
Do they have to print?
We have done 17 million and above.
So it means you know the upgraded version of what we
exactly. Nasa card yen say we say Ghana card me want me ID card. Card yes and health insurance and card ho. Secondary school so no be our card. That's what we are talking about. We are talking about that card that today we are Ghana ni na akoka e America and akoka wo Caribbeans na oba na say obi bia ira utumi fana dia tra play mo ba Ghana. We are talking about that card that today who can register a business and now they register. And now to way akosi your boy would dinner ebe you be aba or bank account details or company our register or tax away to ya and it will be bia. That is the kind of system and structure that we are talking about. And I'm Ghana card inti we are building a credit scoring system. Ebe to me mama no akosi yenya a friend say high purchaser twa nka krakra ebe to me and ebi abo man yimu a ebe to me use our credit scoring system no na Ghana ni bi to me access it sanoma way. The point is that with the kind of digital driver or Mampeni Abediche Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Ediaba my way mono, it is ensuring convenience for the people and increased productivity. And until the nay, omo nanka awo or waka omo mu my way mono, and ye free ho. Obi shorty moja ahimachibe 2 a.m. Ewo besia 10 rase. Okay. If you 10 rase about the closest hospital, and you be 2 hours. Kwai no so ye ontumi nko nti na wada ho ne wewu ene Dr. Mahmoud Baumia through the digital drive at the zip line aba anaju 2 a.m. kra wo hia moja ana wo hia owedru am ye save wo life ye betumi e de aba am ye save wo life and me no kata is because of this digitalization nti a lot of the services are you use ye touch e wo my way mu no aye convenient am manfo e ma aye transparent so e ma leakages e wo ho no so akofam e ma revenue for these service providers also akoso contributing positively to the growth of the economy. Utukwan, tell me which country in the world na it say in the western world they say yomo it say the kind of economy way. And then we can match any of these countries because of what we are building for ourselves. And if we continue to do this and protect it at the pace at which we are doing now, you can imagine what would happen to us as a country. That is what Dr. Mahmoud Baumia has been focused on. That is what Dr. Mahmoud Baumia has been working to build, to give us that foundation. So which would
Mampeni share this?
Of course.
Managing our city, managing our economy in general. Neka Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Baumia Ejuma. A
cabinet Ejuma. Your cabinet subcommittee on economy, which Dr. Mahmoud Baumia is part of.
Okay.
He's not the head. He is part of. In fact, the head of the cabinet now. Wopa yaresano.
Yeah.
Yare ka wana do this woman and ya fe and a woba be call Ridge Hospital because one man Ridge Hospital baby a one hospital no e kwan ewa and a wukro mu kwan wa enti you need an immediate intervention.
Okay.
That immediate first line intervention no, is the CHIPS compound.
Yeah.
Without the CHIPS compound adie bia obeye bia no o ye no kwa ma me kire wo health infrastructure CHIPS compound dodoa ya 1737. That's the total number of CHIPS compounds that we have built.
Separate from the Mobetoyan.
Yes. 1737 new CHIPS compound. And 1737 hospitals 12, health centers 5, polyclinics 15. These are the agenda 111 district hospitals na ye wi eduko ma baby bia no nka ho. E no nka ho. 1737 CHIPS compound this year data doesn't lie. And the pictures are here.
Okay.
The pictures are here. Every single community with these projects and the location is here. And the reason why CHIPS compounds are crucial, and say, ansana you better refer waba Ridge, and now 37 no. Now as I say wako, a friend is saying, CHIPS compound here. They say we need TRA pay. There be adi we there, and yet TRA nko yen free ambulance. Then for ambulance be found. There was no ambulance in this. We had no ambulance system functioning in this country.
Effective.
No functioning.
Oh, functioning is it?
The functioning ambulance say, oh my, we do 50. Then do 50.
So no functioning.
They say do 50.
But nurse.
Yes. Today.
But near ambulance.
What be some health make today? Every constituency has an ambulance. enunti me ka chips compound won say me hihye ba wo o ma me time a ya see chips compound no into wo yare a ansa na edie me ka wen no be tu kwan 80 kilometers no ye do be kɔ saa bia wo ne ya hwe ya hwe wi ese do be baby enka ne no na de omoto abobo ya mu ye de omoto truck so ye de omoto motorbike open for not motorbike achi na ya chichire na to de ride na chi na ye de ko hospital ye bedu na moje tu no na wewu enei ye wo ambulance wo ambulance ye do betum na do eden ye do ba kra
say you need no
na wo ho
ba say you need no
exactly
and they been
it is available the ambulance why in the does every constituency have an ambulance or not?
Okay,
that's the question you should answer. So every constituency has been provided with an ambulance. Yeah, emergency health services system has improved, and the data is here. I have the data. I can open it to you. Which are your ambulance sector? Ambulance services there quite fast. I impacted community now. It's here. You can see all of these things here. It tells you clearly that, but for the Nana Danko Ekufuado, ne Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Amembuno, there was no way we're going to so ambulance between 2009 and 2016. Now the total number of ambulances is 55 semi-functional.
Okay.
Semi-functional. That's the Juma Papa. Say, effective.
But more Juma senior ambulance.
When I say boy Juma said possible, 55. Responses, I just said nipa dodoa and this for ambulances no afibia na tumi bo mo 5,000.
The 55 were
5,000 people, the whole country.
Okay.
And because of that, now your ambulance to population ratio. Let us say, Omani yadodo no, nipa dodo biya dodo ambulance no, etumi serve yomo. Ambulance bako SFP nipa 524,000. 524,000 Ghana.
By the close of 2016.
Yes, 524,000 by the close of 2016.
That's 1:524.
Okay. 2017 to 2024.
With a population about 29 million.
Yes.
Okay.
2017 to 2024. This is how far we have come in our health sector, emergency services. Every constituency will ambulance be. Every constituency will ambulance be. Number of ambulances 307. 307 in Yatoaba Bekahon.
Okay.
307. I 307. Responses 28,000 people. An ambulance, a in a day. Every single of this data of the 28,000, we can tell you how many of the 28,000 accident BC and a form. You bet me actually, do ben a sable to a feel more ambulance and form. You bet you more ambulance and transfer from one hospital to the other. And they ambulance to population ratio, a reduce from one ambulance to 524,000 people to one ambulance to 84,000 people. That's is the scorecard in the health sector. You can't cook this. You can't lie about this. You can make this up. UGMC, University of Ghana Medical Center Phase 2 and another CCO. Look at that project. And then we are reading say University of Ghana Medical Center, yes, 6 successful kidney transplant. Nana do buy and Nankokai say, men kwaji sas busia mekoji almost about 40 something million or so euros here because of parliament. Men kwaji na men fan Kosi hospital in Kosi baby for and I will not be able to do that. Because Professor Tamos had a good vision, which is good. There, Professor Tamos cut a sword for University of Ghana Medical Center. You remember it? And when I listened to him, I was like, okay. Because this was a plan that has been in the University of Ghana books since the 60s. Say, I see Medical Center B, Emma University of Ghana, they training doctors and okay. Nana Dubai, no one to in fact, BA, your friend say, operationalizing University of Ghana's Medical Center Phase 1. You know, sign Kojis, Bosia or Parliament. As I call University of Ghana said, "I dare we yam be mu na ye fe bin ka ho."
So phase 2 no Ekufuado baby.
I in the 20s or no be cut so.
There was no plan after the phase 1.
Plan.
Phase 2.
There was a plan for phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 since the 1960s. It is a plan there. You have plan in Kasam. So what you say? Now since the 60s, plan or order that.
See yeah, UGMC.
Oh, Professor Itedana here cut sword no can you say it's been part of the university's plan since the 60s. You have plan in Kasam. You meet your own plans here. Plan edukasem why na buy or baba ye na na do ne call parliament kwaje bosia in order to University of Ghana no cut sword no see phase 2.
So there were no secured loan for phase 2.
No, he went to take it from parliament.
Okay.
He went to the hands out are there. He went to take it from parliament. So let me go out here say say if you want to talk about the scorecard of the MPP and NDC, trust me, they won't get Omampeni that Dondomani and Kasa be na no ka parliament, the number of roads they've constructed, barely 4,000 kilometers. Barely 4,000 kilometers. Nana Danko Ekufuado buying, you are constructing over 12,000 kilometers of road. and yet we have a lot more roads to construct. Look, NDC ba abayimu. Between 1988 omo nananom ba PNDC for yi. Okay. Between 1988 to 1992, omo ton Ghana yemfidi ndwuma factories are not mine war. Or mine the war factories are not your mine there. Omo ton and mako over 60.
That's the PNDC.
Yes, omo ton 60. Omo be run 93 no mo say factories here ye ton ye. I say ye ni basis, legal basis we the beton ti, who betumi ache yen. And omo call parliament. Sana omo asefo na wo 92 93 mwa. No omo call parliament. No omo call pass mra. Think about it. NDC for penny abanya e wo wiase nyina obi an ye bi da. Etumi call parliament. E call pass mra. Say mama ye kwan na mom pass mra be ma etumi ni aton oman mfidi adwuma. Between 1993 and the year 2001, IMPP President Kufuor ba be mu no na NDC for aton Ghana for factories mako 300. 300 factories owned by the state were sold by the NDC. 300. Imagine say 300 factories and kane ewo ho anka would have built upon it and reduce our import dependency. Because it's painful the sort of treatment NDC demand no. Very painful treatment and NDC demand my way. Now ayo mo de kasade and entroning kontompo. Especially Oha kakra base ya tsene abase sie oh ujeja ho omo de Oha kakra be kata we no so na hu hwe no doubt about that, but I've told you specific things that we've done that needs to be protected. Baku yo mo ba President Kufuor de yo mo ba she by the time President Kufuor fi abemu in 2008 na Ghana you see we are the golden age of business who fear banks to me ba on che we fear say beje bosia okay yeah. Standard Chartered, Barclays Bank, Fidelity on be fear say beje bosia you be pa o che edu baby no na Ghana you fear the golden the gateway to Africa. Yeah. Hey, that was it was President Kufuor time na hu say say betumi for mine sika na dey abo bi an kwama health insurance buy na emma under the NDC emba akwa wo so a ye fasting obewu. That was the time Akwesibotwe equal parliament no kind budget Dr. Akwesibotwe o kind maternal mortality rate e say emma dodo say na omoko awo so afiwe omo hwe omokwa. That was the time under the NDC. President Kufuor said Debbie, the reason why these women are dying the way they are dying, they say free be pay cash and carry. Say the obani do hospital that's a work kana nurse for the doctor for nhwe no just ya to no bottom ahwe say cash mu a ya to no bottom ni ehun ska dia obeda ho amanewu. People didn't have money enti nipa no oniska into on kokra na okọ efene say traditional midwife na wagena wo moje tu na edu eche no na de ko hospital obekọ no wewu. So this country shamefully every year we used to pride ourselves, oh this year maternal mortality rate has dropped by 2%. How? President Kufuor said no, we have to change this. Yema obebi anko wu free na obi anko hwe because oniska. We brought free maternal care. President Kufuor ema basic education truly free. Akwesi. Yeah. Capitation na President Kufuor de buy no. President Kufuor made basic education truly free. And in fact, if you remember, that was the time immediately basic education free pay and enrollment at the basic school Edoboye. And now I something at 2008 elections. Now that Kufuor the static I said no. You share your President Kufuor year. Immediately my basic education year free pay. Numbers not double. It means that Ghana for him one or mutumi do buy day aku school. Into your secondary education is year and you're free. Okay. And NDC for starting here because no however. In spite of all these things in the year 2008 or how be buy shortage of fuel, okay? Yeah. Petrol shortage to the extent say open fuel at all. Oba filling station 2 days and so when you 1 gallon. Empo the prices of society a cost okay ko 4 gallon. Kufuor gallon came because even at the heart of Accra there was water shortage. Cantonment, Laboni, East Legon, omukra gallon no mo sensu e wo gotem. And na manu sunti saw how me nu we nti. Okay. What the NDC did was that almost said Kufuor bomondi yun then so sa no ma me nu we there afa na ni so. Nti yen kai Ghana for ne press button. No mo start here. Oh Kufuor ye kromfo. Kufuor na ban ya kromfo nko a go the good bank of Ghana. Omo wiedi nyina kwa koton de kwa brichidi. Hwe munim mo hwe Kufuor empanimfo omo bank account. we dey nie NIB bank, ADB bank, GCB bank, no mo printing fake bank account. No mo dey no mo ka check Ghana for. Kofo or you promiscuous or pemba to o man penny be na pemba say. Oni broni bi e fe ne gizayazi akowo. Oma won tafo e fe no Paul and Peter o say John and Paul.
Kofo ma no.
Say we nwom. Be pem ne.
Ebi
Kofo fi abemu 20 something we hu kola yi. Entro nko a. Okay. And then General Secretary of the NDC. On no leaders are entrust say
50-50.
Aye, o leaders are entrust say Kofo na be wia gold reserve or Bank of Ghana nyina kwa bruchiri. Oba be mu na obetina betting committee e bisa say okay, o kan say Kofo wia ene na be wia gold ne ade nyina. Wa be di oba be mu kakra. Mo kohwe no gold no ho na se ni ho. O si o asam de yon no kan obi na kan no so ka bi. This is the character of the people we have to encounter. And it's the same thing that they are doing. No, we tell you what the issues are. And then that's what they are doing. In spite of all the achievements we've done in education, industrialization, health, road infrastructure, railways, maritime, aviation, all the things we have done, I'm going to say, we need to forget you. Abaya or no buy or better factories 300 say, Montunti abaya or no ne and crankrakabo mo see factories 321. What won penny sem da? Aban no o man penina ono na ban beton factories 300 ne say montu aban ti aban no ono aba be 300 no montu ntia na montu ma me
se PNDC aban na enye ndc for
PNDC aban ton 60 enti say what say PNDC aban de no fit 300 no man say NDC aban e ton 240
from 93
ai when you say gasem na Ghana dia Ghana Cement it was a company owned by the Republic of Ghana and they are cement private companies to two musi no musi pay and kada so ya buy
government me running
now to me running and into your private sector participation no yan turn is chupa chops omo ton factories ni mo ho omo ton factories no omo ton mo to say chupa chops ni tomatoes maybe say assembly mama chonya mo chama me kan me wie o pensemati your friend is saying udim say Ghana na glass
yeah
udim aboso glass factory matches na ye crane ni obi wo kade me kro mango ase ne ya asembo cars e wo ho VW ya asembo cars VW o my we mu ene omo mo beton VW companies yi etonton sa ne manyina se monto abantia aban na ode VW abagana ode Nissan abagana ode Toyota abagana ode omo aboa na ye asembo cars monto ntia mo na monto mame what won peni sem da aban na obetwa necessary allowance se wo ode necessary allowance abana ye ntuntia na ye ntoma no aban no man kola 100,000 kete if you say wa wo the free education aban kola 100,000 ko school no yen tuntia no yen fama no aban na oye kwan 3,000 or say 4,000 say yen tuntia wa ya kwan 12,000 akwesi that is why Ghanaians will not vote for Jomama. It is disrespectful, it is insulting, and the people of Ghana are very serious about it.
In all this Ghana for that who are on here
absolutely.
What is the solution of Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Bawumia?
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has on all his rounds only Ghana Funyans was waiting komo, and one of the things he told them is that listen, the strategy going forward is to protect what we have done and build what is outstanding. Because you see, a lot of Niyama are dependent on what we have done. And I'll give you a quick example. When we came, we needed an industrial base to reduce your dependency on imports. Your credit may and see, what we have to do is to ensure say any anchor be carbon near CC factories do near to me I no many be on my way. Okay. And I think you go so about 321 by 160 operational. Yeah, can ongoing.
1D1.
Yes, 321.
Okay.
By 160 operational. Okay. And by 1 BB so ongoing. Now we need to complete that process. You say to me
the 1D1F.
Yeah, no, we need to build more factories. And the danger is that you cannot drop this government and go and take another government on a beton here. So it means that we have to keep this policy going, protect it, enhance it, and make sure that we move from 300 companies to 1,000 companies to 2,000 companies. The painful thing for MPP is say, "Yaba be wherever no say no." Until the MPP nyina ba be feel whole no, and say atoa so. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said that policy must be protected and must be a launchpad going into the future. Whilst we are building that base, you know. The important no ekwan near the befaso. And see what he's saying is that yempe coin be a be making sure say omo mu important no omo ahun here na be kofem kakra say be ya build the base no nyama no mo de bomb man ni mu no so no ebe easy amom na ne bo no so ayeden akofem kakra ene ye betumi aye because enka no ye hie sika na de akekere oman no nipa kakra bi na etu sika no nipa kakra bi na etu sika no nti embre bia no utua bebre mi so mi tua bebre nti omo ye betumi age omo no doso but it's only the fact that we've been able to digitize a lot of our systems in it no ene nipa dodo a ye betumi age eto kakra fi omo no omo doso okay ebi aba beka ho until now we can afford to reduce some of the duties at the ports for importers and we are reducing it not because ye ho aboye ho so na mum Kofi Mensa adwoata kojo menu ananka ontue bi no and ono so aba be den aba beka ho because the Ghana card no are connected to the bank account are connected to the business or running near the into ontumi enko doje ma ni eyeden enye bi mti betumi ate port ne ma no so kakra duties no so anya hwe krampo no say specifically ye be the level of the Togolese port and now say e beba fam krampo ayeden asensa de to so mienu o say
so we are contemplating between a free port
not a free port a lower duty rate regime
lower duty rate
or almost equal to the duty regime at
like,
the port.
Like charges
yes
but you see a be most war challenge yeah 1D 1F ne nyina se be boa build the local industries yes sound so abehye amanfo mo kutu no matimi akra na ma de abo memo ye be de timi match
that's a big difference between MPP and NDC so you see unyansi wie
okay
nti unyansi wie ne de wo be face wo strategy ne kakra unyansi wie nti whilst wo si no a wo guso a eba no pe kwan bi so na ma ahohiahia anye den embra kakra ahotom bra kakra that's the strategy nti na unye unyama nyina prekope no ye guso a yesi adu baby na afede adu baby ade na ayeden ados one who producing more e wo man ni mu a enye wo kana beka che nipa nse mane nkofa mba
but so what tie Association of Ghana Industries almost most of niema e kraba Ghana no omo ye na even dodo mu kra ma bi kra
example ye dey
anwa
example ye dey
anwa oil
you see it's not true go and look at the data o de kohwe e ya fa sanse mi ba ko data no ho go and look at the data on our consumption of oil consumption of rice even some of the things I want to say common near the head maybe to say oil rice sugar any ebro no Ghana for dey di no nti ye guso ye produce e bi mu ye bi but ye nyan do level ye beka say ye ban the import of rice and oil ye betumi nya wo man we mu no in fact ye ban na the cost will go up because dodo na ye wo man we mu no enso
it's also not because of cost of production
no it is because we need a lot more people to come in ye hear nipa dodo to be part but I know you don't do it overnight. And whilst you are doing it, then you are creating the avenue for others to also bring it in at a convenient space. Into do baby afede wire then do baby afede now you have it. You don't even have to ban. If you are producing enough, you don't even have to ban. The importer Nangasa will stop importing because he can get it from here. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say, based on the digital drive of the urbanity, 1 million young people in this country will be trained in IT and digital projects to ensure say and no will be an avenue for employment for these young people. And that he will stick to it. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say, Ankran ni yebusuafo a omodi dem persons with disability a omo ko school omo wie secondary school omo person omo to aso omo to be every person with disability ebe ko school free e wo my way mu. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia sanso aka I insist say ekwen bia obefa so a yen man ya timu Ghana eneyi ye be make sure say your education sisi at the secondary level no ye be enhance no first of all the free education free city high school will remain maintained
be review
na say a policy be at every point that we review na say review there monthly every month we review meetings every month
be review free SHS
you review every policy you review it on monthly basis.
Dr. Bawumia be review free SHS
what is review what friend is a multimedia monko management meeting every month. Mokwa, what do you go and do? Is it not to review, look at what it is that you are doing, and see where you need to improve and where you need to tighten up. So if you ask this question, it's a given. It's in our cabinet. Who said in our cabinet? Cabinet is to review what government is doing.
But your mama so okay so be review, muso be cancel.
One caso be review. Also need GD or senior high school forget you know.
Also be review.
Or say he said, you see, let me tell you something. Okay. Review. Okotsena se ya, obesese ade no. Na wahwade am ye ni suni ne ban etesen.
Okay.
Eko yie. Okay, aha na kai se me chiche, ana kai se me chiche. But se wo ba be ka che me se ade na mo ye no, se ye me a and come in from Misika and Koshas Adinim. Not the actual Becacham Montoma reviewer. My conclusion is that you have stated as a wounded GDA. One of the reasons why people tell him so about Beckham when they are right is that he has said it. So they are no unfair Sika and shame. It is unfair Sika and shame, that's how reviewer. What does it mean? It means that at the end of because you see, free SHS is a financial intervention. At the end of free SHS here, they say a 2-year school fees. I'm not going to be in school call. Inti either say review no, who this can be babeka ho. And I say, oh, better mpaboa ntare ashom. Okay. And I say, who be use school fees to any free ho. 3 of these, so we be ni obium. Okay, so be review and no.
This is a whole thing about the review.
But because free senior school payment of school fees.
Yeah.
Sa receipt bill bi na anka wo makwan na wo kofia.
Yeah, the man.
Wo beza de be ma wo. Na wo be school a wagiska, wo betua na ma receipt no. Aban say sa bill no. School no mfama no. No ntua. Nti wo be ko school a, wonfa nyaboche.
Okay.
Wo be ko school a, wonfa sika bi anyeden enko. That is what free senior school is about. Ebi nka ho. That is what free senior school is about.
Gary na fa about.
Ebi nka ho. Free senior school is simply metua fees bi na anyeden ama. Ebi nka ho. Now, so what can say Uber review free senior high school? One of the following.
Okay.
Mitua school fees the mamo. Mentor provisions the mamo.
Okay.
Mentor chop box the mamo. Mentor support mamo. Mentor seminar mamo.
Yeah.
So I just say.
Yeah.
Enti and then school fees here ye call review meeting na they discussing you.
Okay.
School fees here ye a song. Ana ye mfe bi nka ho. Nkole feed ni ye aban ye hu ne sen de bi ka wanka bebo ana nkole yi desk ya ye de mom yi ye ne dade ana ye ne nnua. That is the kind of review conversation we have. The other option of review, which is also review, is also a factor of review. And they say ade no mutua fees me ba nipa dodo e ko school no mechichemu mema esikafo ma no etua school fees.
Okay.
Na mama ehia form ba na yeden akoni free. Don't forget, as someone make you know the former president has said it already. He has said it. Say he thinks that some people must be allowed to pay the fees.
And said the former finance minister.
And is that his position? On can check Ghana for it.
Okay.
I don't think. Catch Ghana for say oh me ba me jidi say mechemu ebi mbetu ebi muntua. Tell us. Don't come and hide behind our review. And then your cow say we review. Your real intention, you've told us, your real intention is that one, you don't believe in it because you say you won't spend over 2 billion in free senior high school. Okay. 2, you've said that you don't think every Ghanaian should go to secondary school for free.
Okay.
And that you think that some people should pay. It's okay reviewer. That's the one trade more. It is easy for us to conclude that these are the things you will do.
Based on what it can come mate.
Of course. Of course. MPP there, yeah, say. MPP there, yeah, say. Free senior high school should remain in its current form. Do you know the form? Free senior high school is only payment of fees. That is the truth. Free senior high school a payment of fees.
What about feeding?
That's fees. That's feed the fees.
Because at time na ye free senior high school no. Na ye na ye board no. Ye ntua for feeding. Ye ntua only at is a 40 something cities or also ye nka nesa. So se na men board ya me de nka. But free senior high school by aban absorb the feeding, accommodation, any yet actual school fees. Who school a bill near the amount, then actual also. And now by you amount, that's free senior high school. So they are in the Yake there. They be who coffee. I buy my bill. Then no go. I buy my bill. Yeah. Sabi no buy you amount. They are none am here. So we dey o. So your body no who coffee I buy my bill. Dennis miracle.
I buy see me tu amount. Who say who need gidie wom. Wo ba unji ni say the 2 billion shim. 2. Unji ni say Ghana ni bia eco school free until there we nya kasa tenten. Be catch yen say me policy a me be ba under free senior high school. Me review ne say me ba esikafo mba ebetua na hia fo mba ko free. De catch yen yen fe no enyina so nto abe. Me na say. Dennis Miracle Abuaje, Director of Communication, the man Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Bawumia's campaign for 2024. Eye adwuma abani akọ mulanso aka ho. Awose boys ndi kakra etu omboto. Be ba Dennis dasote enkunya so. Ye betu anko so. Ye ba isi. Eso we say yeah live on DSTV channel 280 and also on Facebook. Adom TV Extra. A lot of comments. And well, Mamifa
Ebian Femina Fe Mene Miracle is zooming into other issues. Yeah, a border on Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Bawumia's campaign. We see Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia presents bold solutions for Ghana's future. Let's rally behind his candidacy. Nanama for appear. And anyway, a buy. John Dramani Mama has nothing more to offer Ghanaians. Let's vote for Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Bawumia. Kojo Tachi Bene. And so, Eddie. And so, I don't know. Yeah, message na. I like to call you. Okay, so I'll try and get the messages back. Okay. Ghanaians need an innovative, visionary, and incorruptible leader like Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Bawumia. Great work miracles, Abuaji, Emmanuel Kone Mensa, and so they are or the Ebaye Enonom. Miracle can never compare himself to Sami Jemfi. His communication are not even match. Okay. Patrick, I do say, and so I don't know. We say search on with the facts. Champion Dennis Miracles Abuaji, Kobe Onyanseni. Okay, Kobe Onyanseni, and so Eddie Enonom. We also say Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Bawumia will reduce fiscal burden on government by leveraging the private sector to build roads, schools, and hospitals. This will enable government to have breathing space to implement policies that will ease suffering of the citizens. Arafat, Badunye, and so Edia or the Ebaye. So we see great submissions by my hard-working communication director, Mr. Dennis Miracle Abuaji, Magdalena Greenwich. And so Eddie Magdalena can't hold any to my share others. So it was a good job, Honorable Miracles Abuaji, to my MP Obuafo Kojo Asanto, okay, Ghana Oba, and so Eddie. And Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Bawumia will leverage the private sector, okay, Bakai. And my main fact last week. Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Bawumia will train 1 million youth in IT skills, including software developers, to provide job opportunities worldwide. Arafat Badunye, and so the Ebaye, and so. I don't know. Happy birthday and confirm lawyer Kisi Ejaben, special prosecutor. We wish you all the best. Miracles. Dear Muma, Dr. Bawumia is settling on Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, Minister for Energy, as the running mate.
I think so. Never mean.
Okay.
In a decade. Political capital running mates in the Beba. And now, why and in the power obey to me about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Chidom. Now, the news I didn't want with to me at the Abim say Ochiche Abaya.
Okay.
But obey say answer na obey Jan Hokwan say Obechiche Abaya. Now we win elections.
Yeah.
Inti say ukra na we Einstein. Now we Kimi di say nkra when we ni about one na untumi nya ho kwan e na wo de unim DNA unya sa wo nyina ba be dey abebo. Inti na hu be hia say obepe nipa ba ko a ye betumi nya sa no ma mienu we e wo nemu because at the same time so no say we win elections ni wie na say dia obo uchi dom no when to me enya ahode sukum bi so abo eno so e won sunsan so.
Okay.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is very clear in his mind say in Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh we have these two characters.
Okay.
Huge politician, very experienced. But your politics ejuma ya che. Onim fom tiasie with DMP severally co-parliament or your parliament ejuma shasi efife mwa bepe mu ne constituency. I mean, one of our biggest strongholds or the biggest strongholds of the MPP in the Ashanti region. He is loved in Ashanti region.
Okay.
Asante mind this year umundi ni grow cra no. And politically you would agree say or you astute. See at the year he brings on board very big capital to back Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia up. Into Dr. Bawumia kran ne numbers ne vote or they call into the elections. But Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh so the kakra ba be yeden e ba be kan, which is very crucial and critical.
Dr. Bawumia ankasa etimi etisi for share the Ashanti region in total. Dr. Matthew Prempeh influence in the region. Mo ye say dwuma na etise aside the traditional constituency where he's the member of parliament, the Ashanti region in general, yeah, munya chunk of your vote to win 2024 election.
You can be rest assured, say, and yet in doubt, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, a draw Asante my woman. Okay. Okay. He's loved across the length and breadth of Ashanti region there. Okay. Inti you can be rest assured say Asantemai any Ashanti Adom holding nyina better obodition echi. Not just because of your modishia, okay, but simply also because what's your winning. And that's the second reason that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is what the fact Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh.
Yes, we
are aware say
ye de napo ahye Bawumia kon so po no also fan
na mo so dey am to me kan say mo yem wan so na last week was say mo frefe mo phone say Dr. Bawumia de napo kono mo so mo ngini na mo kan say na ya mo mte ya mo dan. The fact is that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia or arriving on napo na yen call presidential primaries.
Wow,
as I can all over the airwaves. Because you see, or drink cocaine or drink actually, immediately or decided to be running for the presidency, or plotting Sanema winner. So he has always knew, say, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh on the elections.
Even before we call primaries.
Before we call primaries, way before we call primaries. Why? Because to me, sorry, Preoccupant Caso Video Mampeni. As all she share now carry who now ye be a idea make when I'm when I may say that when I'm the better. Now say my ready answer my call. So he needed to make sure he knew who his running mate to be. And see, a perfect pair for the next chapter of Ghana. Perfect pair. And now, Yenya and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. And the second point I was making is that Adebekwa ma Ghana nyina any just a pair way is simply because Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh is known everywhere in this country without doubt, say, or you're resource oriented.
Okay. Just
say, would you do machine and sasso on ya? Or yeah. But I had the man say, you may have the show say, but I know, or deliver. Or you go getter. Just say, I dare not be a should be or making sure I didn't be successful, no, or be making sure I be successful. In the disciplinary level. In fact, or you're so disciplined, say, do baby crowd say, disciplined, you're arrogant. But Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, he's been trained and groomed in the palace. And in the confidence level, there, and then I could draw the boldness there. You can't take that away from him. In Tebia, no be misinterpreting it to be something else. He brings that to bear to cause positive change. And unti ena enei obi abetumi aka say we ministers and education ministry in the past few years. Now you nipa miensa when they obeto to me. Because at the education ministry, everybody, labor union leaders, Ebeka Chos and Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh is an exemplary leader. Nagrat, Nat, consent teachers, they will tell you. They will tell you, say, no, Opoku Prempeh only no kwatena de mu na mo fa adwenya. Ejuma na wo de amane de no ho asem na mo kan. And he will make sure say we push you to get the results. He was given the responsibility to implement today one of the most impactful social intervention policy this country has seen in the history of this country. Free senior high school. That was a responsibility which was given to a friend said Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. Okay. And he made sure said he will roll the free senior high school out with the single objective being every Ghanaian child that when we have basic school, while ready to secondary school, no, should have access to secondary school. And that objective he ensured he
yes, so no one colleagues Nibu or men support against him. Kwame na Dr. Bawumia and in a campaign team, say they will bridge sir team wants to be a say other colleague members of parliament be a war.
Any news. A friend is saying ahimfie Ghana ha. Unim a friend is saying ahimfie do do a ye war chieftaincy dispute. omo kra ampo de omo nyina ye moja baako
okay
omo ye moja baako eye we akonya to a na prepare banko a dia akosi wo de wo ye ufi efele say traditional hope wo nim say prepare banko dia sa na beba but nananum kohia na nyina agi tum ne kasa akosi nsia na atone nan so nti onu ba be di enim kan a dia estasia ne say nyina kabom
okay
na obi akọ mo apia na akwaba na yesomo nti you can be rest assured say immediately ebe wie national council meeting on Thursday national council ebesi sudua asta come no bete no be the final call no beba ebesi sudua approve say Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh and the running mate to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. You can be rest assured say every single person in the MPP will rally around this perfect spare and take us into the elections. Now, Dr. Mahmoud Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh should do more with education ministry. Okay. Should do more with energy ministry. Every stakeholder will tell you. In fact, he is one of the few ministers or a Ministry of Education. Yenya labor unrest basa basa. Because ono be din komo, ono be kasa, obe frew, ono mo be tenase, obe tie mo, ono mo be toa adwen, and that's why he was able to manage the ministry the manner in which he managed it. Opa kwahwe, maybe you haven't paid attention to it, but go and look at between 2017 and 2020. Now kwahwe say, how was the education ministry and the education sector managed? Perfect calm. Peaceful environment, and that is how come we're able to implement that very audacious policy at a time that we did.
Yes, Dambuchwe Jamhoko.
Dambuchwe mean ne eduma. Dambuchwe ne campaign chair. Oje ngoko yefa. Anope wa hihye eduma ma me a chair me dia me here anope.
Yes, was the campaign afedi. As much as shenya mama na abroso ti atine ne so.
Ndisi fo ni so tane omo. So this me Dambuchwe ne eduma. Onim say even beyond campaign ko onim say me ne eduma. Yeah. Onim say me wofa. Me obi owo Ghana ha ne party we say Usra no pana say ubese on Dambuchwe kasa fami a obenya no. Dambuchwe be say anope wa hihye eduma ma me. Boto nchen. NDC for Afunomo. They are not happy with the way our campaign is going. Don't forget, I'm making this point. Don't forget, say, best start a campaign. Omuka say you to be run a campaign. Okay. Omuka say you need message. Now, one was swear upon a wash senia. Ya call round 16 regions and nay. As Omuko Omayira. No, the NDC who are supposed to be campaigning for almost 8 years now. You are flag bearer a year ago, May 2023, and nay. Who be a flag bearer over here? So if you were them, you will not be happy. It is our assembly as we speak this morning. Dambuchwe is the chairman of our campaign, running the affairs of this campaign for us, and nothing has changed.
Yes, what judgment in Aboso?
Oh, Bidanyamia say, me ade na adwuma de ho nempe. Say minya hode de yenko ade ade. Minya hode yenko ade a what you say baku jai baku aja was
Good morning. Let me summarize my message in one sentence. My boss and director, Dennis Miracles Abuaji, is a genius. He speaks with data and fact. We are proud of him. Jesse Boako, marketing expert, and so there, or the Ebayan. We're so fellow Ghanaians. Don't allow the NDC to repeat what they did to Kufuor in 2008 to win elections. In 2009, when people like Fifi Kwete were brought before Parliament, they admitted many of the things they said were just mere propaganda. People like Alote Jacobs went to apologize to Kufuor Nicodemously. The NDC could not jail a single MPP official after all the alleged scandals they claimed. Ghana today needs leaders who can better fight corruption with modern ideas like digitalization. Hashtag Bawumia 2024. Kweku Francis Ekumfi Ena Odifri. Ebe mrakameda se. Yemyu adwuma no. Ebe to aso. Ye digita wo sa.
Ya misha mame.
Ya misha.
Na kakrakra. Megidi say 9th December there. Ebe say abisha ha. Na ye postmortem. Okay. Kwa ye first one ye retire John Mahama. Okay. Ya me ye mwa.
Well, Dennis Miracles Abuaji, Director of Communication, the Dr. Bawumia campaign for 2024. Meaning the akwesi is an aseko mibia ojebre. E kan ho emerge media successful. Watch that up, for yebishia background.